coming?
Where?
Why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express. Well, you coming?
Where?
Why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express. Well, you coming?
Where?
Why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Cafe at Arcadia. My name is Sagar, I'm one of the two owners of the cafe. And as you can see, we're gonna finish up Ren's outfit today.
Let's
go gambling!
I love you so much, honey. Okay, guess I'm being bunny girl Santa then. And I got pipe bombed. How's it going, everybody? So, like I said, today we're going to be finishing this up. Mostly the things I need to do.
Thank you.
Thomas, thank you for resubscribing. So, anyway, since we last worked on this, I have added a clasp here. It's called an anchor clasp. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a like a neckerchief kind of thing built off of it, and go from there. I just got to find out where I put that clasp. There it is. Yeah, it's real small on the model, but it's actually kind of nice. So tonight I wanted to try to take. I should probably clean up in here real quick. Clean up, everybody do your share. There we go. Next goals and 5 subs. Wow. All right. So, anyways, the main thing I need to figure out for Ren's character here is how I'm going to do this neck piece, right? Because obviously I have this lovely clasp here. I'm gonna save it as a new item just to be safe, right? But the thing is, the neck ruffle I'm looking at doesn't exist as a base object here, right? So in order for me to make it, I have to make it into a bodysuit, right? Which is going to be interesting. Because like I could do like the simple necklace right here, and that's actually on a bodysuit layer. But I have to figure out how to make it what I'm wanting it to do. So. I want to export the guide here. So this way I can have the guide for Ren's clasp. See. There we go. From here, I do need to make sure I add in the black. I'm going to try to do a black leather for holding it together. But I just made sure I wanted to texture it out. Make it look nice and shiny. So we'll make it a nice dark here, and we'll make it a little bit more blue tinged rather than red tinged. Let's see. use this as kind of our base color for this, right? Well, we know the neck follows this diagonal going out, right? So we do want to kind of follow this diagonal going out. So I'm going to make sure I turn on symmetry. I'm going to make it a vertical symmetry. That way I can mirror it onto the other side as well. What's going on, love?
Give me a minute, please. Question.
You're getting cold called?
Wow. May I ask you a question? Block. I know what that question is because it's the same question that is always asked. It's not a bot either because they edited their message. They did a typo and they edited it.
Okay. That's weird.
So they're gonna cold call me, so I blocked them. Okay.
Did you see what server they were shared with you?
No. But I already deleted the DM. I'm sorry.
It's okay, honey. That we could have found out which server it's in. I don't know.
ANGIE.SpaceVT.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Message requests.
That's not it.
No. This is actually something I've been looking for.
They're responding.
No. I can't. I was given some offers in my email that I was kind of all that, right?
Okay.
And the person finally responded to me through their.
Let me go see if I can see.
Yeah, no. Okay, I'm sorry. Are we? Hi, Ditto. No, I was given some emails that I was kind of. I was given some emails that are. Which model am I working on right now? I am working on Ren's. Ren's spooky. This one. I'm sorry. I got a response I wasn't expecting for while I was live. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. So I got an email, guys. I'm not allowed to say a whole lot about it right now, but I was a little skeptic. I was very skeptical about like the source of it. And I was worried it was like, hey, it's a scam, it's this or it's that, right? I wanted to be worried about it. I wanted to make sure I was thorough with it. The person behind it actually has just direct messaged me, confirmed they're real. So I'm very happy about the email now. It was one of those, wait a second. Is this what I think? Is this real? Is this not real? So no, I'm yeah, I just, like I said, it was one of those where it's like I wanted to be really, really sure, right? So yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I just all right. Yeah, Suki, no. Suki. Okay. But yeah. No, so like I said, my concerns were answered very thoroughly suddenly. But I wanted to make sure that it was a real thing, and I wanted to make sure, because I have seen so many times on when people get like these really cool offers in their email, and they're not real offers. So I wanted to be sure, right? So I'm glad the person reached out to me and was like, "Hey, yeah, no, totally. This is a real thing." So, yeah, it's just so. Anyways, getting back to focus on this, guys. I'm sorry. With this in mind, we need to make sure we get all of this covered here, right? That is the big thing, because I want to make sure that this looks nice on the band. And I also need to make sure I add a little bit of stressing color in here, because I mean it is a choker essentially at this point. I want to make sure that it looks like it has a little bit of stress and shine on it. I need to bring saturation further down, and I need to bring a little bit of the current up, right? So now I can take this and just kind of brush this in right here. The joys of doing pixel work, everybody. And don't get me wrong, I do actually enjoy doing pixel work like this. It is some of my favorite little bits of detailing I get to do with people. It's just, it does take time and effort and all that, you know? Go a little bit, go for like a between shade here. So I can run that detail here. Pixels make or break the entire thing, but damn, is it tiring? Yeah, it can be tiring. But there we go.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Thanks, Cynical. So now I need to recreate this with the same palette swatches, right? So we'll take let's see. I need the lighter gray here. So I can outline what I need to do. Let's see, doot. We need to go up a little bit further. Come on. Please, mouse wheel. I would like you not to to fight me like this. We'll grab that. Randa, yours is going to have a lot of little detail like this, just because I want to make sure that when I do yours... Did I grab the wrong color? I did grab the wrong color. Okay. You can fix this. Or, no, I didn't grab the wrong color. Let's see. Grab this. Grab that. And then we can bring this in like this. And then we can actually grab our stressor color here and put it around this lighter shade and actually just fill it in a little bit more. Let's see. So. And we could probably bring this in a touch more like this. Make it a little bit more intense. There we go. Wham bam boo, you have a highlight. Exactly. So now we'll export this as clasp test. Almost said claptrap. So now bring it as a new layer over here on this model. Clasp test. Oh, wait a second. Oh, that looks so nice. It actually sits on the neck like it's supposed to. Okay, so now the next thing is to match it up in the back for the texture. Because one of the things about the neck here, right, is when I open up the guides, right, the neck ends here on the model, on the front of the model, and it continues into the back over here. So I have to find where it matches up, right? Now, my logic dictates it should be somewhere nearby, but you know what? Let's take a marker and find out. Okay. I'm in symmetry mode. Okay. Where does it look like it's actually on the model? Okay. So it's saying it's around here. I'll be honest, I like Claptrap. I think Claptrap is really, really great in Borderlands 1 and 2. I think in Borderlands 3 he kind of falls off like hard as a character. So it's probably wants me to go right about here to... Yeah, I was right. Okay. So I need to find that polygon over here. Tiny Tina's Time Series is pretty good. That is right before it becomes the triangle right here. So where's the triangle? Triangle's right here. So that means we want to grab our pencil. And then from over here, what's up, love? Oh shit, right. I'm not gonna lie, your timers just exist for so long. For yeah, even though it's right there on my forehead, right? Hey, lightning. So it's about halfway up here. Okay. I'll take the gamba and go right there, right? Gotta go to the other side and fill that in too. And then we'll test it again. Yeah. Just a reminder for everybody though. When it gets down to the last hour, we will probably be doing another power hour. And if you guys are interested in getting me, having me make a model for you, we do have the Ko-Fi. We do have the I am taking them as commissions during the power hour, during the subathon, and they do affect the timer. Where is my happy little showcase card? There it is. Boop. Just as a reminder. So if you guys are interested in getting a commission done, like I'm doing for Ren here, I did for Snippy earlier, and I am working down the list. I am working down the list. Right? It's just, you see how much work I put into these. I want to make sure that I do them right for everybody. It's going to just take a little while. Currently on my list right now, Raina, my next one is falling on my list. It's going to be my friend Lumi. I'm going to have to reach out to Lumi, double check what he wants. You know? Are we like a half pixel off? Bottom pixel, no. Top pixel, yes. Okay. We're slightly too wide. And slightly not wide enough. Yeah. Raina, you are 1, 2, 3. You are 4 down the list. But some of the people I have to reach out to and be like, hey, I need to know what you want. And so it may shuffle a little bit.
Dinner's ready.
I bet.
The other one?
It should be on the drying rack, huh? Why are you not meeting up? Come on. Oh, it's because it's right on the edge of the guide. Ah, okay. It makes your mind screech to a halt every time. I'm so sorry, guys. I've always called it just like a half pixel because it's like it looks like it's just so small. It's so small of a difference. Okay, it has been wait, hold on. What the fuck? Where is it not meeting up? It's not meeting up over here. Well, it's not even making the pains of making a choker of it. It's because it goes from an angled polygon here to straight polygons here. There we go. Much better. That's what I was looking for. Besides, the way you make a choker fit is you put it on and you tighten it right around your sub. Anyways. I didn't pay attention for 2 seconds. You're welcome. You're welcome, player. Okay. All right. What are you doing? Okay, there we go. Let's see. How can I make this nice? How can I make it simple but nice, right? Like, I'm busy with the disability of interest on my part. I'm not sorry. I'm not making sure. You're fine. You're fine. Are you okay, hon? Ow.
There are no spoons.
You motherfucker. I've been working on getting onto all this stuff. There should have been spoons literally right here.
Here.
Spoons.
The ones with the sour cream.
Thank you, honey. I love you.
That doesn't no.
I'm your butt.
That doesn't cut it.
I'm your butt who's been working at it.
Let's go gambling.
That's about it. That's about it, Amar. Oh.
Oh, honey.
What's up, love?
It's
You know, that's fair. There we go. So now we want to add another layer here. See, here's the thing about doing ruffles, right? Ruffles require a lot of shading. Unless I can find something that will... Unless I just do a simple one. I could do just a simple one. Yeah, it might be best to do a simple one. Okay. We want vertical symmetry on. We want it to come down. All right. Red, this is actually specifically a question for you. If you can hear me, right? What color do you want your jabot? The neck ruffle. Because while I could do a white, much like the top here, right? I'm worried it might get a little lost, right? I'm worried if I just do another brown, it's just gonna be more brown and brown, right? So would you want something a little more cream colored? Would you like something a little more colorful? This is just trying. How to say what I imagine they're not colorful because I'm not sure how to fill the space. Let me grab a color code here. Hold on. Yeah, no, definitely take your time. Because most of the ones I'm finding are that classic stark white. But I'm also finding a number of them that are like cream color, the antique white color. So it's just like I'm trying to find out where there's some that are straight up actually like black and crimson. So it's like, right? The navy blue you gave the choker? Okay. I can do that. Let's see. So now, with that in mind, we want to start with the much lighter base then. We are dealing with less of a hard leather and more of a soft cloth. We want to bring the saturation up on it a little bit. Just enough that we have a little bit more of a clear cut. All right. And then from here, I'm going to have it attached as if it's behind the clasp. So that way, I don't have to fiddle with the clasps too much. And we'll bring it down about here. Now, okay. For anyone who's familiar with some of this stuff, I ended up having a fun time with one of my friend's bottles in the same area. to get a square made. Or you get the pentagram shaped hole made. Because if I just follow the lines here, it becomes straight. If I go straight across, it becomes curved. We want curved. And all my brain now can think of is it goes in the square hole. More blue blended in on this from the Outer Soul palette anyways. Even color correcting the base shade to be that icy light blue from the palette rather than just normal white would be a good spin too. The other thing is that I did your coat more in the brown gradient rather than I did a blue gradient, which that is my bad. I should have done more in the blue gradient. The blue grayish gradient. I was thinking about that a couple days ago, actually. Well, see, the thing is that it is a black base, right? A black base on the coat, right? Because like if I show the gradient here, it's just a gray, right? But showing the gradient, you see how I made it more of a sandy color for the sandy gradient here. So that way it would actually darken up the top or upper layers, make it much more black, and then make it look more worn out. But instead of me doing more of the icy blue, I did more sand. This was my bad, right? So I will have to redo these gradients, but that's my bad. I will say, makes the coat and subsequently the tunic base super cool, but I should have done it in the blues, and that is my bad. So I need to find your tunic bottom document, which is here, which I have the gradients for. Cool. I have the gradient layer separated. That was an important I wanted to check. Little things that I need to fix over time, right? Because I wanted to get it looking right first. And this is why I keep backups of these files. And I don't just finalize them. All right. So now, let's see. One of the things is that we get this wavy base. So if I take the warp tool here, make it nice and large. Too large. There we go. Get that nice wavy base going, right? Put these, get those tucked in. And now, we want to take a darker version of this color as a shadow, right? And we want to try to effectively copy this ruffle. There we go. That's a lot. That works, right? And the reason why I want to copy that ruffle with the darker color is so I can make the upper ruffle a little bit more smoothly, right? We have shadows already put in place. And then shadows aren't perfect, no, but that's why I don't run them. I don't try to make shadows in black unless we're dealing with something that's already a darker color already. There we go. So now we have effectively outlined for 3 different layers for the ruffle. So now we'll just close them up real quick. Like that. Oh, they're never perfect shapes, but that's why I'm also just making outlines with them. And this way I can set these up to be detailed, right? Flip this back to the front color, right? And fill in the sides here. There we go. So now we have a basis for our ruffle. Now we need to make ourselves a light color. So taking from our base color, we want to give it a little bit less saturation so it's more warm, and a tiny bit lighter, right? And we want to go around the edges here, right? Up to near the shadow point. This way we can show it's catching a little bit light right at these edges. And then what we'll do is, so we know the size is all right, we will put it over onto the model.
Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about? Sure, Charlie Brown. I can tell you what Christmas is all about.
Oops. That was a sudden jump. But how's y'all's evenings going? Have you guys eaten? Have you guys been taking care of yourselves too? I should have. Making everything now fairly normal, I guess so. Just got out of the shower after work. Nice, cynical. I read until 2:30 p.m. My body takes sleep taxes when I don't have something to wake up for. I get that. Thankfully, because I have symmetry mode on, this is going to be a little bit. I only have to do like half the work instead of tracing the entire thing like I would have on older things I was doing. Oh. One trick where you showed if it was just an outline. Yeah, but the thing is that the problem is that it's not just a simple outline on all of it. It's a simple outline on the bottom, right? Because I have to do this entire shape I have to do the outline on this and shadow it for different layers of it. No, you're a good Flare. Like Violet's technique would have been really, really good here if it was just one shape, right? We're doing your own Legos. Got him said that hat makes a shelf of precious minerals and stone. Hell yeah. Okay. So now we're going to take our dark color here. And we're going to draw in some more shadow. Right? By drawing in more shadow like this. Like that. And we've effectively set up areas where we can smudge it in. Like, I think, right? Here we go. Just gently add a little bit of shadow along that edge. Because, like Amar was saying before, shadows aren't perfect. They're a little messy. They're a little irregular. So making them a little regular is not a bad thing. And if that means they're just a touch messy, then so be it, right? If my scroll wheel would stop. Got a little bit of shadow coming out this way. And then just clean up a bit. So now, look at how nice that shadow looks. And that's why we play with the blur tool and the smudge tool. And now we just got to do it again up top, right? Make sure to grab a little bit more shadow. Okay, now with this in mind, grab my smudge tool again, and just smudge that shadow in. Yes, love. Can I help you find something? Yeah. Okay. Come on, stop it. Okay. So now, so we just, like I said, we just gotta smudge in the shadow. Because shadows are nice when you come to textures like this. There we go. And okay, smudge it out. Yeah, that's looking like good shadows. Let me go close the door real quick. Okay. Oh. Sorry about that, guys. Oh. And now we're going to grab our lighter color again. So. Whoops. There we go. You guys feeling comfy? Anything I can get you guys for the menu? Get you guys taken care of? I know today's a pretty calm for me, right? Today's a calmer, feels like a calmer kind of day. And I'm sorry if you guys usually come from my high energy and everything. One of the things that's been bugging me is that I want to get all these commissions done for you guys. You guys have asked for them. You guys have, you've done all that, right? I am usually a lot more high energy, a lot more kind of whatever. But it's kind of weird today. I just feel a little more lethargic, right? And I know for some of you that's a little unusual for me. Me just being kind of like, eh. Right? But it's I don't know. Today's just feels like a day where I need to be a little bit, I just want to be a little bit chill. You know? I might boot open, you know what? I could boot open a game that I haven't played yet, and I know I got codes for. Right? I would just have to see if I'm allowed to stream it. You know? Let me see if it's okay. Oh yeah, it's totally okay. You know, maybe after we finish Rens, I'll show you the new game. You know? There's a moment where you don't need to worry about the punishment wheel and possibly losing your name again and having to... Exactly. And the thing is that similarly to like Terraria, not Terraria, Stardew Valley and Minecraft, art is relaxing for me. But unlike unlike those games where I feel like once I've completed an objective, I'm kind of lost to what to do. When I'm doing model work like this, when I'm doing stuff like this, I feel like I'm even though I'm relaxed, I'm constantly able to do something. You know? Let's grab a little bit of shadow to come down around the clasp. Just a little bit, not a whole lot. Because the smudge does go both ways. Right? That sense of peace with what you've done, I feel. Yeah, that's kind of what's going on, right? I'll have to erase it over here. Oof. I will actually have to turn off symmetry mode in a little bit. Damn. Okay. But bring. Thing is about like Stardew Valley sometimes, and by extension, like games like Minecraft. Unless I have something to do, it makes it very hard for me to want to stay playing, right? Because like I want to do things. And I know you guys are probably hearing my furious clicks, but I want to be able to do something when I'm playing games, right? Let's grab my pencil. Nope, wrong color. Just kind of color in a little bit just to clean it up. And then take the smudging tool. Because now we're working with asymmetrical stuff. Please. Does the duality of dopamine, the enjoyment of relaxation, but the sense of need to be productive? Yeah, no, and see, that's something that I struggle with as somebody with ADHD. It's not just being productive, it's also a matter of like, my body wants to be doing something, because if it's not doing something, it wants to go to sleep. It's bored, right? But if I only do something that's super monotonous and I don't see like effort being made from it, then my body also just like, yeah, that's not really all that worth it. It's not a great trait for me, to be honest. It's something that actually really frustrates me sometimes. Because it's times like I want to play games like Minecraft or Terraria with Lorelei or, you know, Stardew Valley. But my body wants to put me to sleep. Why are you explaining why we both like vintage? Because vintage, like I said, vintage is just something that, even though there's probably going to become a point in the game where there's not much to do, right? Not much that I can feasibly do, you know, in any given moment, right? Like, for example, I get to a point where I'm like, hey, I'm out of meat. I'm out of things to cook. I don't want to hurt our situation with winter coming up and using all the grain, right? Sometimes I just don't have things to do. Which is why I go pester you guys to learn things. But I also don't feel like in vintage I'm running out of that thing to do all the time. I don't feel like I'm constantly losing progress just because I got hit by a creeper. You know what I mean?
Actually, Lucy, my trouble is Christmas.
Hey DJ, how's it going?
Instead of feeling happy, I feel sort of let down. I know how you feel about all this Christmas business, getting depressed and all that. It happens.
Why the three of us? Plus, even minute tests like the concept of getting bricks is something that requires attention rather than just throw rock in inventory. Let's bake it's brick that right? And the chiseling. The chiseling's a good example of that, right? Because now it's just like, okay, I need a chimney, but I need this block here. You know, like if that was, I could have just put a chimney block there and then been done with it. It'd been whatever, right? But the fact that it asked me to design my chimney. Hey, how you doing, DJ?
Never get what I really want. What is it you want?
So it's just like, as a result, sometimes I start getting tired. My body starts getting tired of whatever I'm doing and goes, yeah, no, it's time to go to sleep. Baking has been turned into the most interesting guess effort piece of vintage technology. And it's so much fun. Let's see, collection of different games in case I get bored of one game. When you've heard of someone Just Dance 2016 for the Wii as well as Final Fantasy Zodiac Age for the PS4. Hey, the Zodiac Age is a great game, right? A lot of people underrate that game. But one of the biggest things I want to say though is like, it's the feeling of effort, right? It's the feeling of seeing what I've done so far coming to fruition, in a sense, right? Okay, so let's make our triangles on these ones. Grab my vertical symmetry again. Not quite as high as we did before. There we go. Nope. Start from here. And then we'll fill all of these in with the color. And then we'll smudge them out a little bit. The mirror tools are super helpful. And the thing is, it's helpful for, hey, Dragon King, how's it going? I'm actually planning on booting up some Soulframe in a little while, Dragon King, and once I get this commission done. If you'd like to join.
走れソリよ風のように月見原をパドルパドル
Radial mirrors are awesome for abstract designs too. Yeah. Currently doing my Tuesday thing of Final Fantasy 14 PvP to do after. Ah, you know, fair enough. Have fun with that, Dragon King. I don't know what it is, but I think I've pretty much fallen off of Final Fantasy 14 just because I don't think I think I'm in the same rut that I was in with A Realm Reborn. Yep. I'm not in a VC right now, but I will be when I start up Soulframe. That's actually something I could kind of talk about, right? I feel like I am kind of in a rut when it comes to after your final first. Okay. I feel like I'm kind of in a rut when it comes to Final Fantasy 14 related stuff. Yes. By the way, Reina, if you haven't seen Soulframe, or any of you haven't seen Soulframe, it is a similar game made by the guys Digital Extremes, who made Warframe. It is currently in early access mode for the founders, and thanks to Dragon King, we had me and a couple friends got some founders codes, and he's running a giveaway in the Discord. Please make sure you go put your emoji in on the Discord if you'd like to have a chance of getting one of the codes he's offering. So yeah. Just fade this out a little bit more. I want to bring this out and make it nice and rounded. Maybe I should make my pixel a little bit bigger. Yeah, that's a little bit nicer. Is there a brain, pencil, and pixel? All right. I mean, Flare. There's a few people who make my pixels bigger. Lorelei. That's digital. You knew it was coming the moment it came out of your mouth. I don't want to make the edge fuzzy. I want to make just the little bit on the inside blurred. You know what? I probably have to make a dark edge on this anyway, so you know what? Fuck it. Why not? Okay, my mouse wheel being broken is making this harder. I'm sorry. Let's just try to blend this. And let's put a nice dark edge on this now. Gotta make it nice and small though. There we go. And then I can take this pencil and just come in and fill in the missing color. With just a little bit of opacity. But yeah, no, as I was saying before, I kind of got distracted by getting this looking as nice as it does. One of the things about like everything that it's one of the reasons why when you see me guys talking about games where I'm really getting focused into them, it's not because I'm trying to ignore y'all. It's just because I'm really enjoying that game sometimes. Or sometimes I need to focus to get through a particularly difficult part, i.e. the nuclear area with Dead Space, you know? Because I had to do it without blowing those guys up or hitting those markers until it was time, you know? And that was so frustrating on so many levels. And I used to do that with a lot with Dead by Daylight, but like I just With Dead by Daylight, I've stopped enjoying it because I don't feel like I'm able to play. And this is actually something I can point out. One of the reasons why I don't play like competitive games very often is I like feeling like I'm able to play the game and experiment. And what ended up happening with Dead by Daylight for a long time was I could not experiment. You know? Alright, so let's do a test of this real quick, right? See how the blurred out cloth looks on the model.
Honey,
Yes?
I need help.
What's going on? Oh god. Okay. BRB, everybody.
Well, you coming?
Where?
Why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express. Express. Well, you coming?
Where?
Why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express. Well, you coming?
Where?
Why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express. coming?
Where?
Why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express. Well, you coming?
Where?
Why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express. Well, you coming?
Where?
Why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express. You coming?
Where?
Why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express. Well, you coming?
Where?
Why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express. Well, you coming?
Where?
Why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express. Well, you coming?
Where?
Why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express. Well, you coming?
Where?
Why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express. Well, you coming?
Where?
Why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express.
Where?
Why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express. Well, you coming?
Where?
Why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express. Well, you coming?
Where?
Why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express.
Where?
Why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express. Well, you coming?
Where?
Why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express.
Alright guys, we are going to wrap it up for tonight. I'm going to add time back to the timer for all the time we were AFK. Because Lorelai, while she is doing okay, she's recovering. She needs me. She needs my physical presence tonight. I'm not going to tell her no. Okay? So with that being said, thank you guys for all of your patience. Thank you for all your kindness with this. I want to make sure she's okay first. So I'll add an hour back onto the timer to make up for this, okay guys? We'll see you tomorrow.